divided over the number of hours you work. They get 17,000 a year and 60 euros. It comes in under the tax radar. They don't pay any tax on that unless they already have a job, and all of them have second jobs.
Do they not pay it under the new levy?
They pay a tiny proportion as a levy, but they pay no tax unless they have another job.
The levy is part of the new tax system.
On top of that, Joe, they have a 10...
The levy is part of the new tax system, so they are paying it.
Okay, that's a point of law. That's like a barrister now.
No, but it's affecting them.
Right, 1 or 2% of a 17,000 salary. Now, on top of that, they have a 10,000 conference allowance, all of which max out on it.
Which the Green Minister John Gormley is talking about reducing to 2,000.
That's talk. I want action on that. It's talk.
But there's an interesting point about this, and it relates to what Stephen said.
They are not earning 17,000.
The amount of work that goes into being a county council representative is enormous for anyone, isn't it?
It's not about work, it's about service. It's about public service. You should be honoured to serve your local colleagues. You shouldn't be looking to gain from it.
They're working to serve.
Yeah. How is it that our local representatives are, on these figures, the highest paid in Europe? For example, in Donegal, the same figures will apply as apply in Limerick. When you look across the border to Derry or to Fermanagh, their salary is as follows: 17,000 sterling,
that's fair enough.
and expenses to the tune of 2,500 max.
That's fair enough. But are they not value for money? They're working every hour that God gives. That's what they tell us when they come in here.
Joe, we should not believe all that we are told. I'll give you an example now.
Most of the councillors that I know are quite very, very hard-working men.
I'll tell you now.
Women, and I think the money they're being paid, if you were to reduce that income to, it wouldn't be of any benefit to anyone to do the job. And I tell you, it's easy for Mr. O'Connor to say that the money is the salary is too high. He's in a very privileged situation. He's already a paid and permanent public servant on a pensionable job, who is also in his family situation. He's quite well off, and also
I have given a commitment to give 1/3 of my salary to good causes. Would you match me if you're elected?
I will not match you if I'm elected.
You're an engineer and a house designer. You've made a pile of money out of the Celtic Tiger. People are now sitting in houses that you designed and encouraged them to build, and they're now negative equity. And now you're going to lead the local administration?
I worked as a self-employed engineer architect for the last 14, 15, 16 years, whatever it is, and in that time I have never encouraged anyone to build a house. People have come to my door and they've asked me to design a house which was of their liking, which I did, and Julie did the job to the best of my ability and got paid for the work I did. And I'll tell you that every job that I did went through my accounting system, and on an annual basis I do an annual return for VAT and PAYE and wherever else, and I can tell you that what I have left at the end of the day is quite paltry at times.
Let's not have the poor mouth here from local representatives saying that the seat is falling out of their pants.
He's standing for the council. He's not a local
representative. I'm an aspiring councillor.
Gentlemen, that's where we're going to have to leave it. We're in the Rathkeela electoral area with Stephen Keary of Fine Gael and Kevin O'Connor, who's an independent. Councillor Michael Mulcair and Joe Wallace of Fianna Fáil, along with Councillor John Sheehan of Fine Gael, were also invited to participate in this particular debate, but were unable to attend. Some of the areas in the Rathkeela electoral area include Skeeton, Croke, Glynn and Rathkeela itself. Thank you for coming in this morning. We'll have the election, of course, on the 5th of June, and Live 95 FM News will be covering the count until its conclusion across the weekend of the 6th and